Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last mother crystal.
The Einherja is at the bottom of the sea.
Oh, CVS.
Mukluk
They need
won't
protection.
dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Are we not gonna let our friends on the boat know that we're alive? Just let them sweat? Steam achievement. Become one. Okay. Back to the hideout.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Across the Narrow. The power of ice. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Shiva's essence. Attuning with Shiva not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Ice Age, which forcefully knocks back enemies great distances. Ability details are found in the Abilities tab. Shiva's Feet. Shiva's Feet Cold Snap can be used to swiftly move left, right, forward, or back to either dodge attacks or close in on an enemy.
I should visit Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
It's just a different dodge. Okay. And there's room for Odin right there. Rhyme. Summon a colossal ice crystal that deals continuous damage to all enemies that become trapped inside it. Ice Age. Unleash a river of icicles that greatly knocks back enemies it strikes. Hold to increase the potency. Mesmerize. Launch multiple shards of ice that upon striking smaller enemies draw them toward Clive. Can be used in midair. Diamond Dust. Summon a winter storm that freezes enemies in place within a radius before knocking them back. Cold Snap. Slide effortlessly across any direction. Attacking with shift while sliding can temporarily freeze enemies. Okay. Could try it. Oh, it said we were meeting them in a different city. I thought they weren't here.
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, But your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas.
Dominance.
I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Oh, Bahamut. The Crystalline Dominion. Nameless Slum. Looks like he's got... Dude, that shadow between his legs looked like he pooped his pants. Oh, someone's been treating him. The potion guy. Oh yeah, that's right, the little potion girl ran up to him when she found him, like, losing consciousness.
What is this place?
Don't move.
Want to buy a potion? Also, it saved your life for services rendered. That'll be $3.50.
Here, it's fresh from the well.
Need me some of that well water. That's that water when you wake up at 2 a.m. and it's like extra crispy.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
Dude, that breathing sounds weird.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand, then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them.
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there.
Here, child. Have a spear. Go.
You're going then?
Do a crime.
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Finally, a thank you.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
It always strikes me as weird when I leave doctor's office and they ask me to promise to come back and visit. Just makes the whole exchange awkward. I feel like if the townspeople recognize him, they're gonna like come at him with torches and pitchforks.
Well, Phoenix,
He needs a
it would
cloak.
seem that I owe you my wings.
Also, I'm not sure if he can transform anymore, or Jill. Because Titan and Garuda, when they got their powers drained by Clyde, they transformed, but it was only after they, like, nom-nommed mother crystals.
Perhaps he
I
can
don't
find an
know
answer.
if the others can
You will
change
be returning to
anymore.
Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
What's that? Treatment diary. Today, Clive visited the infirmary to have me dress a laceration on his left forearm. I cleaned and stitched the wound and instructed him to rest the arm so that it could heal. But not an hour later, he was leaving on another mission. This must be the 100th time he has disobeyed my instructions. The next time he comes to me for treatment, I am tying him to the bed. Oh, baby! She's like, Clyde, no! And he's like, Clyde, yes!
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for mid. I need information.
She's like, what did I do?
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that will.
I believe it was just Titan that nommed on the Mother Crystal. Well, that's right. So, what was it? Garuda was getting attacked by a bunch of guys, and then she transformed one final time. And I don't know, it was like, they said that she inhaled a bunch of ether or something, so I thought she was still kind of fed off a crystal, but it was like from a distance, but I could be wrong on that.
See my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tham, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's
Okay. I thought my computer froze for a second. We're trying to get you back into your game. Your network connection is spotty. Stream is okay. Thank you. The game session closed due to network connectivity error. What? Stop other streaming services. No. Yo, it's not my network. I'm streaming on Twitch. If there was so much as a hiccup, that stream would die. YouTube would be yelling at me. Not more crashes, dude. Oh my god. I just want to know about Waloed. Is that so much to ask? All right, let's what this was, chat, it was Square Enix asked me to test their autosave feature. This was all entirely intentional. We're just doing this to see how good the autosave feature is. All right? No big deal. No big deal. We're going to find wait, what? You are logged in on another computer that's already playing Final Fantasy. No, I'm not. You just kicked me off. Tell me about Waloed. Become one. 11% of players have this achievement. 89% of players blocked. Jumping back into it. When did you last save? Yeah, good question. We are gonna find out in a minute, aren't we? Gonna find out in a minute. Does this count as talking during her lecture? I mean, as far as we're concerned, she's like frozen in time. Pretty sure it autosaves. Oh, no, I mean, I'm sure it autosaves. What kind of game doesn't autosave, right? I'm sure it's fine. Pokemon doesn't? We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. You're back. Yes, you're back at the hideout. Yeah. I'm hoping the last time I went through a loading screen it saved, which would have been when I loaded into the hideout. We will see if it does. Pokemon does now. Well, Pokemon's been out like 20-something years. I mean, they've had a lot of time to set up auto-saving for Pokemans. Oh, fingers crossed, friends. Fingers crossed. I don't like that I'm seeing a boat loading screen right now. Don't like that one bit. Garuda went crazy because of her mental state at the time, was cracked when transformed. Kupko transformed to kill you. Bahamut transformed because of ult was it. Well, yeah, Bahamut transformed. Okay, so we were discussing the ones that transformed after Clive drained him, which Bahamut got drained after. That was a different thing. Not back on the ship. I hope we're not back on the ship. Transformation could be based on mental state. Yeah. The Garuda lady was very much in a bad mental state when she transformed. She had she thought she lost her powers, like her men around her all got killed, and bandits had caught her and were about to do naughty, naughty things. No! Are you serious right now? Oh my god.
Jill!
Okay. Let's see how much of it was cutscenes.
If only to remind you of your duty. In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you. Defend yourself! All this fire and fury, for what? Stopping the blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man. How dare you? You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily written, we would all be gods. If reason cannot sway you, there are other reasons souls you might.
Ow. Dude, this is going so much worse than last time. Oh, I can't pause this. Or skip it. I wonder if it may have saved locally, but then upload to Steam was cut before done. I'm not sure. I am not sure.
So soon. Never.
Clive!
Do you not see?
So the other cutscenes were
Your
skippable,
iron
but this one's
will
not.
weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might.
It's really
guide the
weird that
masses
it
in
even
his
auto-saved
name.
at that point. Because that means, like, I opened the
We
game,
are but
I was on the
mighty
boat,
acts
and
of
like 10
God.
minutes later, I was about to kick open the door to
We
Jill's
are
room
more
on the
than
boat, and it
that.
auto-saved then. But then
You
it
would
didn't
be nothing
auto-save
without what he has
when we,
granted
like,
you.
loaded back to the hideout.
The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us. That
In-fight
its
cutscenes are not
immaculate
skippable.
aspect
I'm not in a
might
fight
reveal
anymore.
Itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few.
Made it just in time for monologue. We like this monologue so much that we're watching it a second time. Do we get to see the non-PG stuff again? That'd be really funny if that is considered part of the fight.
What are you saying?
What I
He's
am
like, yeah,
saying
me and Jill, we did a 1v1.
is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard.
It's a real bummer this is happening because
to ignore this,
the other issues we've had recently, you could argue that it's like,
still,
it's my computer,
take solace
but then this happened on GeForce Now, which has literally nothing to do with my system specs
chains
at
of
all.
volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Was it GameForce or GeForce Crash?
Why,
GeForce Now said that I lost my
servants to
connection, I had a
God.
spotty connection, which is not true because if I had had any hiccups in the connection, you guys on Twitch and YouTube would tell me.
Manners, Lord Rossfield.
Still in fight.
They are men, like you and me. Albeit one's
I will say I'm playing this on
unburdened
GeForce Now
by
because
the
we couldn't get
wills
it to
that
run on my
drive
computer
our
very well.
kind to madness.
But
They are pure. They are
how is his face wet but his hair dry?
You mean to
Sweat.
turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Still weird that he has the power to just hold the ocean up. Still love that shot right there,
The
too.
faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only
Imagine
answer
Ultima,
there
like,
ever
bro,
was.
I told you to weaken him. And he's like, yeah, and he goes, you dropped an ocean on him. He's dead, the plane's ruined. You're fired.
But back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try.
Let's rock. What did I miss? Game crash, so we're rewatching this scene. Because it's unskippable. Imagine if they start slipping on the ice. You got your podcast. Odin's like, I thought he would survive the ocean. He's an icon of fire. What'd you expect? Okay. Skip the cheeks. We already saw the cheeks. Skip the shoreline monologue. This time, I'll save the game as soon as they finish talking. It's funny that it took us like 8 minutes to catch back up on 45 minutes of gameplay. That really tells you something.
We should visit Joshua.